Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Recovery Concepts Daily Recovery Snack on this hump day, baby. Hump day. Wednesday, June 3rd. I'm shooting from southeast Florida again today on the intercoastal here. We got a little bit of activity next door here with some landscape work and everything, so hopefully I can get this in real quick before it gets too awful noisy. But hope you guys are well. Hope things are going good. I'm hanging out, doing a little visiting and a little bit of work here and there, trying to get some things stirred up. But all's good, and just wanted to see what we got going on today. Let's see, June 3rd. Welp, I'm going to butcher this. June 3rd. The quote is from Jose Ortega y Gasset, Gasset. To live is to feel oneself lost. Many times in life we are lost. Usually we're in the middle of a big change in our lives. That simply means we have left a place we know, we're on our way to a place we don't know, and we're not sure of the way. Being lost is only a problem when we insist that we can find the way by ourselves. When we won't ask for help or listen to the help we are given, we can stay lost for a long time. When we are in the middle of big changes in our life, it helps to take the role of a passenger and let our higher power drive the car. We're going somewhere new, and it may be a surprise, and we don't know the way. But everything's fine because our higher power is doing the driving. We can trust our higher power, sit back and enjoy the ride. Our higher power knows where we are and where we're going, and there's no better place to be than in our higher power's loving care. Prayer for the day. You drive today, higher power. I will watch, learn, and enjoy the scenery. Today's action. Today I will think of a time in my life when I felt lost. What was going on in that time? How did I find my way? I'll write 3 sentences about that experience. If I could do it over, would I do it differently now? How? So doing the higher power doing the driving, I use the analogy all the time of floating downstream or swimming up. When I am letting my higher power call the shots, it's the analogy that I like anyway, that always worked for me, was that I am sitting in the river and I am on the inner tube or whatever you will, and I'm just floating downstream. And when I am driving, for that analogy, or I am trying to call the shots, or I am trying to make sure everything's okay, that it's like swimming up the stream. It's a much easier ride. If anybody's been tube floating or whatever, it's much easier when you just are going downstream with the water and enjoying the ride. The problem with that is I'm a control freak. Always have been. Type A control freak. Think that I've got to have all angles covered. Everything's going to be, okay, because of proper planning and all that stuff, and it's my job to ensure all that. And the cold hard facts are that's bull. Now, I balance my checkbook. I make sure I check and, see if there's anything. If I'm getting sent to the grocery store or whatever, I'll check and see if there's anything. I open cabinets and look around a little bit, make sure I don't need to add something to the list. Of course, I get involved with things. But it's not always my job to make sure that everything runs off smoothly, if you will, without incident into perfection. That's unreasonable. It's an unreasonable expectation. During early recovery, I kept myself in the rooms of people who had figured out what I was trying to figure out. I didn't know that I really didn't want to do the AA stuff. I didn't want to do the 12-step stuff. That stuff, it might work for them or whatever. I'm just going to pick up everything I can and run. I just got to figure out how to drink and drug without getting in trouble and having all these downsides to it, man, like it used to be or whatever. And, come to find out, the longer that I went, and I had several relapses, but the longer that it went, I come to find out that there just wasn't anything left in me, left for me with that stuff, except pain, depression, and darkness. And it took a long time, because believe me, if I could have got it figured out, I'd have figured it out. I had a hard time giving up my alcohol. Hard time. It had just been what it would have been to me for so long. It was a categoric shift in Chris's whole being. Everything around him, everything in him, everything excites him. Everything. It was everything. So it took a little while. And then I started getting figured out. I talk about it again in groups. I talk about over time, if you continue to do 12-step, is what happened to me anyway. So I'm assuming that it's possible for most of us. But what happened to me was over time, when I continued to do the meetings and the step work and the sponsorship and all that stuff, that's the only way I ever figured out to quit drinking and drugging. If I got back away from that stuff, I'd relapse. I can't explain it. It's just what happened to me. If I was active in 12-step recovery, I didn't drink and drug. If I got all my information and everything, did all my recon, and now I'm good and I left, man, but I ain't gonna drink and drug, whatever, I'd relapse within weeks. I mean, weeks was a long time. It usually didn't take long at all. But if I was in it, I didn't drink and drug. If I was out of it, I drank and drug every damn time. But what I started to figure out, and what I talk about in group a lot, is, what I had to do started to turn into what I get to do. There was a perception swap. Back in the day, it used to be, oh shit, it's Thursday, it's my home group. I gotta go set up the tables and do the, coffee and make sure the chairs are up. And, if I don't do it, it's my turn to do it, blah, 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 dragging ass, worrying about what I have to do. And something happened one day. I don't know what day it was. It was more so of a slow conversion. But something happened one day where I caught myself, and it caught me off guard, because as I was doing it, I actually had a backup moment. I was like, whoa. But I caught myself heading out to a home group meeting, thinking, oh man, all right, it's Thursday. I get to go see, Todd is back from vacation, man. And I get to see, Dave B's getting ready to pick up his chip. And I think Brad is back, but Brad is back from his trip, man. I wonder how that went. I caught myself being interested in what was going on in there from a social standpoint. Not the alcohol and drugs, but the people. The people, they were becoming my friends. And slowly, what I had to do started to turn into what I got to do. And I don't know the day that it happened. It was not early for me, because I was dragging feet, kicking, screaming the whole damn way. I was pissed off that I could not, successfully do these things anymore, and life was just over as I knew it, and I was mad about it. What I did not understand was the life that I created was not the one that was intended for me. It was the one that I created, not through ill will, not through, can't wait to screw up everything and make everybody love me pissed off, man. That's not what I was thinking. But addiction stole from me who I was supposed to be, how I was supposed to be. Recovery put me back in a position to where I started learning a little bit more about me, liking me a whole lot more than I used to, and giving me the serenity and the peace of it being okay just to be Chris, a flawed man with work to do, but has made improvements. I'm heading the right direction, and today for me, that's enough. So that's what I got out of that reading. Y'all know the spiel. Tell a friend, like the video, please. Try and get these algorithms going. Ask any questions if you got them or whatever. I appreciate you coming, but please share it, like it, subscribe. Love to have you on board. And Lord willing, come on back, man. We'll do this thing again Thursday, man. If I wake up again, we're going to try it again, man. So it's good having y'all. Y'all have a blessed hump day out there, man. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.